Hello friends, welcome to TestNG Framework Training Session 12. This is Haradhan once again. In this session, I will discuss subclass level annotations of TestNG in Selenium WebDriver. Thank you all for watching my videos. In case you are enjoying my videos and learning automation testing and Java, please like and share my videos. Do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification as and when I will upload any new videos. Do not forget to provide your valuable comment for any input or suggestion. Stay tuned for my next videos. So what does it mean by subclass or child class? So you already know that like inheritance is one of the main of concept in Java, right? So what does it mean by parent class or base class and subclass and child class, right? So from the class from which the property will be derived to the other class, that class is known as parent class or base class, and to which where like properties from the parent class will go to the class, so that is called subclass or child class. Okay, so in case any class extends a base class, the same is known as subclass. The base class has been already marked with suppose a test case, right, at the rate test. As usual, the subclass will inherit all the property from the base class except any private items. In case everything is defined as public, so it will be inherited right from the base class to the subclass or parent class to the child class. So the subclass will have the same setup as like base class, and the base class configuration is applicable for the subclass as well. Okay, so everything goes well except for one thing, the base class methods are executed in the subclass always. Okay, in case you are not changing to enable is equal to false, user can provide our own subclass test parameter as well, I overriding the parent configuration, but still the parent class will be executed. Okay, so I will now show you how we can create all these different, we can right set up the base and subclass. So I have created a class, base class, right, and you can see I just using that at the rate test annotation in the class level, not at the method level, right? And here I am giving some output, right, and I am created the method as base method, right. I have created the class as base class testng class, which is so output for base class I want to display it, base class or parent class, right. And here subclass, how you can extend it. So in the subclass you need to use the word extend and you need to give the name as the base class, right. The public class subclass and then extends keyword, then base class name. So it will be all the parent base class property will be inherited to the child class, right. And here I can use at the rate test annotation, I can't use, so that's not be a problem. So I can use at the method level. Okay, so here if I want to print out something, output for sub, I'm just given the method name as sub method, and here I'm given the method name as base method, right. Subclass, base class and base method, and here subclass is extending to the base class and method name is sub method. Output is I want to display output for child class. Okay, so here base class I have given the annotation at the class level, okay, not at the method level. Okay, and in the child class I am using the annotation as method level, right, method level, not at the class level. So let's run the code, let's see. So here what should happen, obviously the output for the child class should come, right, or subclass, but here also the whatever is method displaying, right, as the method of base method, so that will be also executed, right. So that is the one important attribute. If you want to use all the properties of the parent class, so you need to use the base class, which will be extending the subclass, right, which will be extending the base class. You can see here, though one method is already there, sorry, one method is there, sub method, and output is there. Still here you can see number of run is 2, right? Base method and sub method. So this is the sub method is running as well as the base method will be run, right? And you can see two methods getting run when I mean executed, and you can see class count 1, method count 2, right? Because that particular class is extending to the base class, right? Sorry, the subclass is extending to the base class, right? If you go to the output section, you can see output for parent class is first coming for the method as base method, right? Base method output for parent class, and for the child class it is also coming, right? Sub method, right? Executing, getting passed, and child method. Okay. Now if you change here, give some invocation count, right? Equal to suppose give 4, and let's see what is happening. Okay, I am not changing in the base class, I am changing in the, sorry, I am not changing in the subclass, I am just changing in the base class or parent class, right? So here subclass will be also impacted, right? So you can see if you run it, only the base class will be executed 4 times, not the subclass. Subclass will be executed 1 times, right? So you can see total number of run is 5 0, and you can see base method executed 4 times, right? And sub method 1. Output will be 4 times for the parent class, output for parent class, and child class 1 time, and pass base method 4 times and sub method 1 time. Now if you want to run also here the sub method multiple times, so you need to give the invocation count here. Suppose invocation count equal to 3, so it will be run 3 times, right? You can see total number of run equal to 7, right? Base method 4 times and sub method 3 times, right? So console in the output will be also coming parent class 4 times and child class 3 times, right? Base method 4 times executed, pass, and sub method 3 times. So that's the way. In case you are extending to the base class to any subclass or child class, so base classes functions will be executed always. In case there is no execute, will be set as false, right? So here if I don't want to execute it, right? So what I need to do, so I need to make enable equal to false here. If I don't want to execute the subclass method, but definitely my parent class method will be execute, right? Enable equal to false, right? So if you enable equal to false, changing it, so let's see, you can see none methods will not be executed for the child class or subclass, only method will be executed for the base class, right? You can see base class method is executing, right? Okay. Now change the base class method to enable equal to false at the class level. Okay, and let's see what is happening here. So now the parent and child class both are enabled. No, enable equal to false. So here none of the executing, right? So in case if you do not want to use the right parent class method, so you have to just make changes of enable equal to false at the class level. Okay. Okay. And here if I remove that particular, so the base class only method will be executed, right? But in case you are extending, right, subclass to the base class, so obviously all the base class attribute will be executed in the subclass level. Okay. But if you don't want to do it, so you have to right, make enable equal to false at the, you can see only one method is coming, right? And sub method, right? And only one method, that is parent class method is not executed because of right enable equal to false. Okay. Now if you do not want to change, do not use the at the rate test annotation, right, in the class level, right? Instead of that you can use it at the method level. Okay. Now let's see what is happening. So I will create two methods here. Okay, one is base method 1 and another is base method 2, and I am changing it output for parent class 1 and here output for parent class 2, right? So that method are at the, sorry, that at the rate case annotation is the method level, not at the base class level, right? So I have changed it. Now if you run the subclass, so what will happen? Output, you can see base method 1, base method 2 and sub method executing, right? Okay, because anyway the base class method, all the methods available will be executed, and if you don't want to execute a particular methods, you need to keep the enable equal to false, right? So that method will not be executed, only the base method 2 will be executed for the subclass, and the subclass method will be executed, right? Okay, and for the you can see base method 2 and sub method is executing, right? And here for the base method 2, if you enter invocation count equal to suppose say 3, okay, and that subclass also I want to give invocation count equal to say 4. So what will happen? So subclass method will be executed 4 times, 4 iterative times, and base class method 1 will be not executed because enable equal to false, and invocation count is set at 3 for the method 2, base method 2 it will be 3 times. So total this case execution will be, right, total run will be 7 and all line will be pass status. Okay, now here instead of output 2, just fail the test case. Assert dot assert equals, right? So I am giving 6, expected I am giving as 10. So obviously test case will fail. Here you need to, right? So let's see what happened. So here inversion count is 3, and for the subclass no assertions is there. Okay, right now, and if you run the code, let's see what is happening. You can see, right? All the 3 basic, I mean, iteration as inversion count is there 3, so all are getting failed, right here. Okay, because assertion is getting failed. Okay, and the sub methods all are passed because no assertion is there. It will be just simply out display the output. Here you can see, go to the output, right? Output for child class 4 times, and sub method is getting passed and failed, right? This will be failed 3 times because every time it will be failed, right? Second and third, due to expected condition is not matching, right? Expected is 10 and actually 6 I have entered, right? So that's why you can use a subclass which will be extending to the base class or parent class property, and in case if you don't, you just simply you want to use all the parent class properties or methods, so you have to extend it, so that in case you are running your, right, parent class, sorry, child class, so all the like properties which is not private public will be executed for the child class as well. Okay, so that's why you can use the base or parent class. Now here if you run the only the parent class, let's see what is happening. Assert dot assert equals, let's pass it and let's see what is happening. Okay, because in the parent class no child class element will be executed, a child class method will be executed, right? So only the parent class method will be executed, you can see. So method 1 is enable equal to false, so that will be not executed, and method 2, base method 2, invocation count is 3, so it will be executed 3, and here assertion is getting passed, that is the reason it is executed 3 times, right? If you fail it, so it will be failed 3 times, but no subclass or child class method will be executed, right? So only in the base class or parent class, obviously we are not extending anything, so obviously the whatever methods is written and whatever is enabled or disabled, based on that will be executed. But for the subclass, if you are extending from the parent class, so all the method, in case you are not marking enable equal to false, those will be executed by default, and all the properties which are not private, so it will be inherited from the base class too, right? subclass or parent class to child class. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you.